I'm lucky in that I have a really good general manager that gets to worry about those things. But I will tell you, I mean, obviously, Andrew and I talk about all of our players and all of these things, but I'll just tell you that all of these decisions, it's a business, but things take care of themselves. It works itself out, and we're just going to focus, or at least I'm going to focus on the day to day. And as it applies to Baker, I know he's going to do the same.
So he said that, and then this is not relevant, but it sure is interesting. Last night, Baker Mayfield tweeted the following: almost 100% Em and I just saw a UFO drop straight out of the sky on our way home from dinner. We stopped and looked at each other and asked if either of us saw it. Very bright ball of light going straight down out of the sky towards Lake Travis. Anybody else witnessed this? He tweeted that 8 hours ago. Now, this probably has no bearing whatsoever on his contract negotiation situation, but it certainly seemed worthy of showing it to you. So, having said that, let me come to you, Field Yates. The Browns have an interesting decision to make, and there are a lot of situations going on in the NFL right now they're probably taking into consideration. What are those?
So, Greeny, let's paint the case for extending Baker Mayfield right now very briefly.
Shalom, Yasharahla. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, to the 144,000 elect, and to the 1/3 of all men, women, and children of the nation of Yasharahla that are coming back to these laws, statutes, and commandments in these last days. Baker Mayfield's UFO sighting tweet and breaking down his contract status with the Browns. As you can see, this is an ESPN video clip of the analyst mentioning a tweet from Baker Mayfield, who is the quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, claiming that he saw a UFO going down into Lake Travis. Okay, now this is interesting for two reasons. Number one, it's interesting because it's ESPN, which is a nationally recognized channel for sports. And number two, they're mentioning UFOs. Now, UFOs have had a history of being folklore or, fringe topics where, it's just a myth. They don't exist. There was a time where people were writing it off, saying, these were photoshopped, and it just wasn't anything that anyone took seriously. And now it's being brought to the forefront on the national stage. But even then, as you can see in this video, the analyst mentions, he reads Baker Mayfield's tweet verbatim. And when he asked about it, nobody wanted to go into it. Nobody wanted to give any validity to Baker Mayfield's claims. They completely glossed over it and continued talking about football. So this goes to show that people still don't take this seriously. And if they do, they don't take it serious enough to mention it in the national light, because there's been this effort to silence any type of UFO or any type of account of a extraterrestrial craft. Now, in 2021, the number of UFO sightings are higher than ever. People are seeing them all over the world. So it's becoming a real thing. It's becoming so real of a phenomenon that they have no choice but to mention these things as they appear. And the fact that this is what you would call a well-known person, a celebrity, what have you, a sports figure, Baker Mayfield, he is bringing attention to the UFOs. Now, whether people want to shine any light on it or not, he is actually, the Lord put the spirit on Baker Mayfield to bring this up, because people look up to Baker Mayfield. There's kids that watch him play. There's people who model their level of play after Baker Mayfield. He inspires many. He's an influencer, right? So when he mentions something, people are going to take it seriously. People are going to investigate for themselves and find out whether what he was saying was true. And where is that going to lead? It's only going to lead back to the Most High. Let's get it. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 68 and verse 17. The chariots of God are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai, in the holy place. So every time a UFO sighting is witnessed or someone gives an account of a UFO, the Lord is among that UFO. The Lord must have given the order for that UFO to go down into Lake Travis, maybe for the sole purpose of Baker Mayfield making it a nationally recognized event. So the Lord works in mysterious ways. Now that everybody's coming into the truth, and now that the Israelites are waking up, now that people are becoming more and more aware of the lies of Christianity, the lies of America, and all the lies of, everything, so to speak. This is just another one of those things that's going to propel people to investigate this truth even further. And that is why we always mention that UFOs are real, because those UFOs, the beings that are operating these UFOs are the angels of the Most High. They're not little green men. They're not, reptilian looking beings. They are all messengers of the Most High. So sooner or later, the rabbit has to come out of the hat. And Esau is doing everything that he can possibly do to write this off. For the longest time, he has sent his agents of Satan to spread disinformation. And what is disinformation? Disinformation is anything used to counteract information. So when someone gives an account of something that they believe is fact, Esau takes it upon himself to propose a alternate piece of information that will leave the audience caught in between the middle. So they have to make a choice whether this is true or not, based on the information and the disinformation. And because Esau controls the media, he has the power to give strength to the disinformation, which is why so many people today believe that UFOs are not real until they see one for themselves. So let's get another scripture. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. As a part of having power to give life to the image of the beast, meaning Esau's system, right? His system of lies, his religion, everything that he uses to control the masses. The media is the prime method in which he gives power to these lies. So by spreading disinformation, it just muddies the waters, and it confuses the average person, and it strips them of their own power to discern whether something is real or fake. So when it comes to the idea of UFOs, even though it's being mentioned on ESPN, when we see it, people who are awake, people who know what's going on, we know that this is another plea for the truth to come out, for the truth to be exposed. But what does Esau do? He completely dismisses it. So this is just another example of how things are darkness is slowly coming to light, And it's exciting to see that even though Baker Mayfield, you know, he doesn't, you know, he's neither here or there. We don't really care about Baker Mayfield personally, but the Lord is using Baker Mayfield and his influences to shine light back onto the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So whatever it takes to push this truth forward, whatever it takes to shine light and give power to the only creator of the universe, we'll take it. And with that, until the next video, Shalom.